Hi Virgo, my name's Allie, and I'd love to be your friendly mystic today. I forgot to say that in Taurus's video, but oh, of course I'd remember that in doing the Virgo video. I feel like Virgos don't always know how to make something better. They just know the best way to do the thing. I just had my Virgo, I guess father-in-law is the best way I could put him right now. Like come out and like help me make sure everything was set up good and like help me with the bugs and like cleaned up things, made things better. He always does that. Anyway, I am doing a tarot reading for you for the month of August. Welcome to my channel. Hi, I'm new here. You're new here to my channel. Let's get along. But yeah, if you're new to tarot reading, awesome. I mean, new to getting tarot readings watching tarot readings on YouTube. Hi, I'm new to doing tarot readings on YouTube. So I hope we can help each other out in this journey. But if you're new to it, I would say to take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Pretty simple. If you're mangling the tarot reading to try to fit your life, or you're mangling your life to try to fit the tarot reading, then it's not meant for you, and that's okay. It's okay, sometimes it's not meant for you. There are tons of other tarot readers on YouTube that I would suggest you look at. I love Water Baby Tarot, I love Queen Cup Tarot. There's a whole slew of them. I wanted to do this when the neighbor was done mowing his lawn. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's not done mowing his lawn. But yeah, where was I? Feeling spacey. Virgo, are you like running a mile a minute right now? Or just like not being able to focus? Things for a second. But yeah, okay. If you're new here, yeah, I already said that. Let me move on. Okay. So I'm doing this for the month of August. Don't get too caught up on the month. You will find a tarot reading, and if it's clicking, it's clicking. It doesn't really matter what month it came out in. I do these monthly though, just to to put them out on a regular schedule. I'm also planning on doing these just doing videos like probably weekly or semi-weekly, just to have something new posted. They won't be, I don't think I'll do zodiacal signs every time. I might do them by elemental, but I haven't really decided for that. I'm an Aries rising, so I like to improv everything, basically. Not true, not totally true. But let's get started. Let me think. Okay. I'm just gonna take out my regular old Rider-Waite. My big one. I have a small one, but I like. I feel like I think the bigger ones are better for camera. But I feel like there's something I'm forgetting, but I don't know what. Are you forgetting something, Virgo? That's why you're fretting. Virgos are like the professional warriors. They are always like, they don't have something counteracting in their chart, or their Mercury is debilitated. Then worrying is probably like the thing they're best at. Okay. Benevolent ancestors, guardian angels, spirit guides, please help me to connect with the collective of Virgo and communicate the messages that are in their highest good for the month of August for those that need it. Spirit guides, guardian angels, benevolent ancestors, please help me to connect with the collective of Virgo. I keep seeing the Three of Hearts reverse. It like keeps popping up while I'm shuffling. So you might have gone through a very painful heartache, and I just saw the Nine of Swords too. And you're really lost in it, it feels like. I feel like more will be clear to you come Virgo season. So this might just be a painful Leo season for you, I'm sorry. I believe Leo rules the heart. I'm not entirely certain. But Leo is kind of the heart space center thing. But, yeah. Spirit guides, guardian angels, benevolent ancestors. Please help me to connect the collective of Virgo and communicate the messages in their highest good for the month of August for those that need it. Spirit guides, guardian angels, benevolent ancestors, please help me to connect with the collective of Virgo and communicate the messages in their highest good for the month of August for those that need it. Ooh. Page of Wands reversed. Let's see what else comes out. Huh. That's a weird message that come through. The Page of Wands and the Six of Wands. I got like, and if this is about a breakup, because I did keep seeing the Three of Hearts reversed, or Three of Hearts. Oh my goodness, Three of Swords. Three of Swords reversed. If this is about a breakup, I like immediately got like this sort of I always see not always, but I see the pages in reverse often as like a very immature person. Could be literally a young person, but I get immaturity. It's the energy of immaturity. Somebody in the pages often relates to messages or speaking or like delivering messages. Like what does a page do? But speak. And this one's like not a sincere kind of energy. If you just broke up with someone, this feels like kind of a bad-mouthing type of energy. Yeah. And they're kind of doing it in a public place or like, kind of like touting around. Like, almost like they broke it off with you or you had to break it off with them, whatever the circumstance. And now they're like out there like, celebrating and partying and like rallying people like, oh, my ex was so bad, blah, blah, blah. I feel like it's not like Virgo to entertain people like that, but sometimes you don't know people's true colors until after the fact. So that is not good. But I also got, if it's not about a breakup, I also got like kind of I don't want to say scoundrel, though scoundrel kind of came to mind, not a word I'd normally use, but kind of like somebody who's like taking credit for something you did, which Virgo, oh my god, please, I know you like being in the background. I know you like, unless you had strong Leo, it feels like or angular Leo, or you have an angular placement, like it is so difficult, besides the fourth. Virgos are usually like the backstage hand. They're great support roles. Like if you're playing a game, a video game, you want your Virgo on healer. They do best with that. They shine like that, and like almost by not being the center of attention, the Virgo really shines. My aunt. Yeah. But we put down the burden, whatever it is, or we were forced to drop it. It became too much. This is a fiery spread. I would not be surprised. Wow. Okay. I would not be surprised if there were some hard words exchanged. And this might have happened during I wonder how, I don't think Mars and Mercury are applying in a square right now, or if they're in a square currently. If they're probably in a loose square, at least by sign. But I got another bug bite on the back of my knee. Really? This sucks. Okay. This is what I get for being out in nature, which is my partner's parents' backyard. But this Queen of Wands came up upright, and that kind of gave me, well, you might not necessarily be a fire sign, perhaps this is more of a Leo season thing, but it just feels like not that you're unbothered, but that you're in a more mature place than that person. That's kind of where I'm getting to. You're in a more mature place than that person, but you seem, and I think you might have been able to do that because that's where the camera is, because you're able to put down that burden of a relationship, the burden of a person. You might have had to, like, and if you're a cross watcher, I'm so sorry. I'm just telling it like it is for Virgo, or at least how it feels for Virgo. Like, putting this down kind of enabled you to step into that queenhood a little more, and that more of the independence. Yeah, and as soon as I say queenhood, Empress, ready to harvest. I mean, Virgo season is around the corner, and Virgo is all about the harvest and, like, the meticulous planning, particularly towards, harvest time, and all of the work and the detail that went into it before that moment to lead to abundance. Yeah. I sense that you're not wanting to look at all that foolishness. Like, you want to leave it behind, but it's a painful thing that happened. Obviously. I don't, especially not Virgo. Virgo doesn't seem like the person to, like, take a relationship lightly. They're perfectionists, and they don't invest in things that they don't think that they can make at least some approximation of perfect. And I got the world in reverse. I'm gonna probably have to clarify this card, but it feels like when I see the world in reverse, often I think of, like, a cycle that's not totally finished, or it's closing out, or there's something back in that, either something in that old cycle that maybe, like, the cycle itself is finished, but there's still lessons that haven't been brought back from it. Like having to review something that occurred in the past, but now actually has to be harvested from, maybe. Like, what fruit did that bear for you? Okay. I'm gonna clarify the world. Can you clarify the world for me? Can you please clarify the world? Can you clarify the world for me? Please? Please? Okay. So, I think the real thing here is that you might not be over it. Like, it's still lingering in the mind. I think there's this, I mean, like, I don't know anybody who doesn't really have that desire to meet their person. Okay. If this is a cycle that's not closed out, or like there are different types of cycles, and I feel like the world is more like soul lesson kind of accumulated. It feels like the soul lesson from that breakup has not been, like, actually appreciated or really, like, evaluated, or it's not like, I don't know if that's the best way to put it, but that's what I'm getting. And to me, I get the sense of, like, you want to move on and look forward, and you're in a place where you can do that, but you'll find yourself back in this if you don't learn from that how to spot a toxic relationship before it happens. Because, to to stay in this energy, you have to know when you see a king. Not that this is like a heteronormative thing, like you might not even be a girl, or feel like you inhabit queen energy. This is more energy. Like, it's not necessarily a contingent on gender is what I'm saying. I don't like it when people kind of get that mixed up. So you can be a woman and have very masculine energy, you can be a man and have very feminine energy. But yeah. I think queens understand their boundaries really well. And in order to maintain, like, you know, sovereignty, you have to know where your boundaries are so that you know when you're being invaded or you know when your boundaries are being crossed. And that's what this very, very contemptuous relationship you just had was here to teach you. And if you don't learn it from this relationship, you will learn it in another relationship. I mean, it's pretty clear. I'll pull some more cards. I kind of want to know what's going on with this other person to help you, kind of like to help you know it's like, I don't know, I find that when I understand like why somebody acts the way they act, it helps me in releasing them and not take it personally. Especially if you're Virgo, if you're Virgo and your Virgo's in your 7th house, I do whole sign houses, so that makes it really easy for me, which means that you would be a Pisces rising, I believe. That sounds right, because that would put, I think, I might be wrong. No, I'm not wrong. If you're a Pisces rising, then your Virgo's in your whole sign 7th house, your 7th whole sign house, and if you have that, you probably have a tendency to want to just perfect any relationship that you have, and maybe to the detriment, if you're a Pisces rising, probably to the detriment of yourself, often to the detriment of yourself, but yeah. Anyway. Let's see. Tell me more about this Page of Wands. Whoa, too much, Spirit. I'm sorry. I cannot take all of that. Okay, but this one wants to come. Oof. I didn't mean to flip it out like that either. There we go. This person's unconscious. They're walking around like this. And they probably think they're hot shit, too. If a page in reverse... the Page of Wands in reverse tells me anything, especially with the six of Wands. They think they're hot shit. But it could also be a cover-up for a lot of insecurity. A lot of insecurity. But I get the sense they're blindfolded and they have a blindfold on and they don't even know they have one on. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if I have to explain that. Tell me more about the Page of Wands. I think this is probably what you found attractive about them. Is that they seem really hardworking. But when it comes to their thoughts and their like impulses, they're like completely out of it. But like at work, you may have met them at work and admired how diligent they came off. They could also be work obsessed. Also, the place that's the place that it's happening, the place where they're doing all this, celebrating about like leaving you or like how shitty you were, happened at work. And if it's in your work setting, you work together still, I am so sorry. That would be absolutely just the worst. Let's see. Tell me more about the Page of Wands. I also get the sense that they're just highly focused on material wealth, material things, and working on that. Which, like, if they have a really good work ethic about that, like, that can be difficult because it seems like someone that seems, especially if it's like an earth sign, I would imagine that that's like, that sense of responsibility seems like, oh, it should bleed out into everything. But this person talks, uh, they don't know how to talk well about people. I think they also just want a mommy to come and take care of everything. Ugh. I don't know. That's a really odd message. I don't usually get that from the Queen of Pentacles. Whew. Yeah. But they just want someone who will take. They just want, like, you know, the kind of wife, the kind of partner that's just gonna, like, take care of the house, take care of the kids, take care of everything, while they just, you know, are a workaholic. I don't know. I don't think it's the kind of relationship you want. Not without it being, like, even or balanced. Tell me more about the Queen of Wands. Oh yeah. So they want this Queen of Pentacles. They want this Queen of Pentacles, but this is how they're running around. So yeah. But you're sitting in this. And I don't think an actual queen is not meant to entertain a page like a partner. You know? So tell me more about the Queen of Wands and the Empress. It's gorgeous out. I'm just kind of taking it in. I don't know how long someone has to mow their dang lawn. How long does it take? How long does it take? Alright, tell me more about the Queen of Wands, please. Please tell me more about the Queen of Wands. Ooh. Yeah. We're still pretty beat up. I'm feeling defensive about, or feeling like the other shoe's gonna drop, feeling attacked. Like, going through an onslaught. I was just pulling cards on your kind of demeanor right now. Take time to rest. Really, especially, yeah, because this is what I was getting earlier too, not this. Having to put down a burden. But meaning you just finished carrying one to begin with. Yeah. This is a great sign to me. It's really letting it die. Like dying your heart, dying the physical. Like, death will take all kinds of forms for you. But I think this relationship is really, ooh, I just got goosebumps on my crown. Again, tingly on my crown. Just really letting, I think you're in your own death process, and it's been basically, the catalyst was this relationship for you. Alright, Virgo. Okay. That's awesome. It's still happening. I think that's part of why the world wasn't upright, because you're still in this death process. And part of what you get out of that death process is learning how to spot a toxic relationship from a mile away and know what you deserve from the top, and really sit in your power. Because that's what a queen does. That's what the Empress does. Sits in their power. They don't have to run around and, like, try to perfect or they don't, you know, try to make the perfect relationship out of a page. They don't raise, you don't raise your king, you find them. They find you. Queen is magnetic. Yeah? Okay. I'm gonna pull some advice cards for you. I'm gonna put your Oh, Virgo. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that to you. You good? This table's wobbly. It's the first time I fell too. I'm sure Reed. God, I'm so upset about this. I feel like a Virgo can appreciate the detail of like not having to hear a lawnmower in the background. Okay. So I wanted to order. Some people are gonna get all kinds of in a tiff about this, and I'm sorry if that's you. But like, I wanted to order the Romance Angels Oracle cards, like the original, but they're out of print. Oh my god, there's so much tree wax out here. They're out of print, so the only ones you can do, the only ones you can call, okay, yeah, the ones you can get are like these like smaller ones, and honestly, they're perfect for my hands. It's the same art, it's just smaller. If they were in print, I would definitely get the others. I would not be with using a counterfeit. It's technically a counterfeit. And a lot of people have feelings about counterfeits. But if they're not in print anymore, I don't see the harm. And if they go into print, I'll definitely buy one. But that's not what's here. But if you like the reading so far, felt like it's really resonated with you, or maybe just you've resonated with me enough as a reader to watch a reading that wasn't even meant for you, which would be amazing. But if that's you, you like this, please like, comment, subscribe. God, that feels so weird. Yeah, if you like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell notification button, whatever. Oh, there's hummingbirds. Take the joy you got, Virgo. It's fleeting. But yeah, if you like this reading, please like, you know, I find that tarot is about an exchange of energy, and I put this energy into this for you all. And a comment or a like or a subscription, hitting the bell notification, that's just a one way to give me energy back in return. It's not your reading, it's not your reading. I'd be surprised if you made it this far if it wasn't for you, but I'm gonna pull you 2 oracle cards here. Let's see what comes out. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Yeah. If we're talking about an unhealthy relationship, I think the unhealthy part comes from this codependency. This one. There we go. And honestly, Virgo, you're a fixer. So you find people who want a mom or some parents to come fix them or come solve their problems for them. And you're like, oh, all I have to do is just be perfect enough, and they'll come around and they'll step up. No. That's not how that works. That's codependent in the other way. People think codependent is just needing someone to fix your problems. It's codependency is also needing to fix other people's problems and not your own. So make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. I would say that like this relationship ending is part of you making that effort. And great love, honestly, to get out of codependence, you have to make the effort on yourself. And that is like self-love and knowing when to mind your own damn business. If people are a mess, like, it's not your job to clean them up. It just isn't. You can be supportive, you know, but you gotta let that go otherwise. Very soon. In reverse. I don't usually read reverses with this, but I don't know how soon it's coming in. I think, to me, this comes into the upright once you've actually, like, cleared up that codependency in yourself and knowing what codependence looks like before you jump into it. But as long as you hold on to trying to fix people, you're not going to be able to call in a soulmate or a sacred union, twin flame. People have all kinds of words for it. You know, I think they're all a little distinct from one another, but I think ultimately it's sacred union. Really finding an equal and capable partner won't happen until you clearly know what it is that is meant for you, or clearly know what it is you want for yourself and what is best for you. And that is not a codependent relationship. All right. Thanks, Virgo. I'll see you later, mate. Bye.